Yo, 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 what is good, guys? It is your boy Scumpy, bringing you another Modern Warfare 3 gameplay on the map, Dome, and I want to apologize to you guys so much. I am the worst video maker in the world. I actually I didn't render out my other video enough, but today I wanted to talk about my first high school experience as a senior, my first event as a senior, and I just wanted to go through what it was like, you know, having that what it just felt like, and all that great stuff. And first of all, let's start the day off. It's a Friday. It's our first football game of the year, and if it's a home game, we always get painted down. We go down a paint water slide, and you know, we get to see all the girls shaking their boobies around and shit. It's a real good time. But yeah, we make a paint slip and slide. We put some tarps down. I think there were like 3 or 4 tarps. We throw on a bunch of non-stick paint, and actually I want to say that last year somebody threw down some actual paint, and it stuck to everybody, and they were like in hell, because that shit is so uncomfortable to be in. If you've never been covered in paint, whenever it hardens and shit, it is just completely uncomfortable. And we actually jumped in the pool after, but I'll get into that later into the commentary. But yeah, first home football game. We're playing a pretty decent team. They never really beat us, but there's always that possibility. It is high school football, and you do play the game for a reason. Anyone can beat anybody on any given day. That's not necessarily true, but you know what I'm saying. If you're an average team, you can beat a good team on any given day. Same thing for Call of Duty. An average team can beat a professional team if they underestimate them, you know, if they take them lightly. There's just a whole bunch of different factors that do contribute to the final result, the end result of a competition thing. But yeah, so we went down this slip and slide. I actually did get paint on my Jordans. I was a little bit upset about that because obviously Jordans are expensive. The pair that I have are the Flights, and they were actually 140 bucks. But I'm going to have to wash them off. Thankfully, the paint was non-stick. Like I said, if it was like paint that actually is supposed to stick and stay, that would have been terrible, and I probably would be raging very hard because those are expensive shoes, and I didn't really want to buy another pair of them because those are my go-to shoes whenever I go to school. But I do need a new pair of Moccasins. But I'm getting way off topic here. So yeah, we were going down this slip and slide, having a great time, and we wanted to be the first ones to be in the front row. You know, seniors, we want to be the front row of the student section. We have a student section in my school. There were probably about 100 to 150 kids in the student section that night, all covered in paint. It was really freaking awesome, to be quite honest with you. It was the first time I've ever been in the student section, obviously because it's only for seniors. I mean, sometimes they like let a junior or two in, like if, like, I don't know, they're your sister or you're really good friends with them. But normally you're not going to be with them, and they're going to be doing their thing while, you know, the juniors are off. Usually the juniors didn't even go to the games. Like last year, I barely went to games. But this year, I want to show some senior pride, some senior school spirit, and start going to the games a lot more and going to the student section with all my friends. But my friends didn't go last year either, so it wasn't really my fault. It was we just didn't really like going there. We'd much rather just hang out at somebody's house instead of go to the football games, which is completely understandable in my opinion. I don't see what's wrong with that. But we were just balling out. We were just going crazy, and actually every time we score, we did this chant. It was someone would say we, and then we'd all say we, and then someone would say we believe, we believe. We'd all say we believe. Like, just picture one person says the first thing, and then after that everybody says it, and then it was I believe that we, and then I believe that we will win, and then you keep saying it after the last time. You just keep going, I believe that we will win. And we just jumped up and down. It was crazy. We actually got on the news. The news people were there, and we got on the local news. I mean, yeah, big deal, but it was pretty cool. We were getting super duper hyphy up in that bitch. Everyone was covered in paint. Everyone was having a good time. The only bad thing about it was people were just rubbing, you know, the people that wanted to be up in the front row, because that's where me and all my friends were, and a lot of the girls' soccer team. We were all in the front row, and everybody wanted to be in the front row, and we were waiting there for 2 hours. Like, us and the girls, half of the girls' soccer team, not all the girls' soccer team, but like half of the girls' seniors' soccer team were there very early to actually get those spots, because we were like, we want to be in the front row. We want to do it big. So we got the front row, and then all these people, all my friends actually went to Hershey Park that day. If you don't know what Hershey Park is, Hershey's chocolate bars, that's where they're, you know, that's where they were birthed, in Hershey, Pennsylvania. The amusement rides aren't that great, but it's still a really good time to go there sometimes. You know, it's nice to go there like once every couple years or once every year. It's all in good fun. But they were all at Hershey Park, and I was actually getting my senior pictures taken, and I was getting them taken at 11:30, and they got there literally right whenever the park opened, so I wasn't able to go with them. And they came, and then they wanted to be up in the front row with us, and they tried to like squeeze in. And the student section isn't very big at our school, because there are a lot of people that go to the games. I think that there's usually thousands of people that go to our games, and the majority of them are obviously our fans, as we are the home team. So they all wanted to be, you know, in the front row, and there just wasn't room. So they tried to squeeze in, and then it was just so uncomfortable from that point on. And then after that, it was just to the point of uncomfortability where me and two other of my friends just left, and we actually went back to my friend's house and we hopped in their pool. His parents could have been any cooler. They actually threw us a body wash, and they were like, wash off in our pool, it doesn't matter. And it was washable paint, so it really wasn't going to do any real damage to the pool. So we just washed off in the pool, got all the paint off of us, went to the diner afterwards, and then all the football players came to the diner. We all ate with them. It was just a really fun night and a really, really great way to start off my senior year in high school. It was so fun. I just can't explain, you know, being a senior is probably one of the coolest things in the world. Just because we know that, like, it's our last year together, we want to cherish it, and we want to, you know, make our friendships really count and just have a really great time. Because you're not always going to have these people in your life, and it's just really fun to enjoy the times that you do have with them whenever you can and really do it to the fullest. So we just went balls deep in that bitch. It was a really great time. But the video is coming to an end, and I know that some of the sound audio at the start of it sounds like, you know, I cut it off and started again, but that's because I did. I had to actually chunk out some of the gameplay from Resistance because that's where I did my commentary originally, and then I had to do this one. I had to chunk this part out and do it over this one as well. So I hope you guys don't mind too much. You got to see, well, the ones that saw the first video, it actually didn't end, like it didn't render all the way through, so I had to go through it again and redo it. But thank you for watching, guys. As always, take it easy and follow me on Twitter if you don't mind.